everybody, welcome to the Ridgway world. I'm Jeff and this is...
Terry.
Okay. Be proud, say it loud.
Terry!
Thank you! Yeah, this has been a very eventful couple weeks, to say the least, right, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're gonna go right to a clip and show you what's been going on.
My brother Paul died on St. Patrick's Day. I'm at the cemetery. We put him in the ground. He was cremated, and we had his ashes buried along with my mother and father and my other brother Chick. And you guys aren't familiar with their names. I can give you a brief background on that, but let me just show you at the cemetery. It's a very nice cemetery. It's very windy today. But this is their stone, and that's my mother, my brother Chick, his name was Charles, and my father, Charles Abraham, and my brother Paul, he just died. We used to call him Bud. He was always Bud or Buddy, and he was probably about 13 years older than me. Bud was in poor health. He was 76, and he's in a better place. It's just been a rough time for the family. And let me just explain briefly. My mom was married twice, and the first marriage produced 3 beautiful kids, and they were my brother Paul, my brother Chick, Charles, we always called him Chick. They were born the same year, one in January, one in December. And then a couple years later, my sister Peg was born. And then my mom met my father after she had been divorced. And so we came along, and we're all 10, 12, 13 years apart. Then it was Jackie, Terry, and Larry, and that's how we're a family of 6. So now he's with his mom, his stepdad, and his brother Chick. And Jackie, she's buried with her husband's family. So it's been a rough time, but we're getting through it, and you know, you do what you got to do. Just a little bit about Bud. He was a very, very nice guy. He was like, I don't even remember him ever being mean or anything. He was always so nice. He loved his sports, and he loved the Eagles. He loved the Phillies. He liked playing basketball, baseball. He was even on Jeff and Larry's team. They had a softball team, and Bud was on it. He pitched. And then he had an accident where he had hurt his knees and he couldn't walk very well anymore. So he had a lot of problems. He had a very hard life. He just was just a nice guy, and he had the prettiest blue eyes. So blue. I mean, I'll miss seeing his face. He wasn't in the videos, you know. And Chick, my brother Chick, he had passed away in 2006. So, and he was a wonderful guy too. So yeah, anyway, Peg and I and Natalie, her daughter, her granddaughter was in the Christmas series, and she played a fan of Juliet, Jazzy. So, and that's Peggy's granddaughter. So we were here on Tuesday, just this past Tuesday, and why they put him in the ground. And I'm going to get his name. There was no other place, this small lip down here, but there's such a big space above my mom's name that I'm thinking that we're going to see how much it would cost to just put his name right here above her. So I thought I'd explain a little bit to you as to why we're only like putting video up every 2 weeks or so, because right now we have a lot going on. We will get back to working on the basement and finishing some projects, but you know, life gets in the way and things get hard, and you try to make sense of the senseless, you know. I just wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, so going back to the whole trying last couple weeks, and you know, Bud passing away, as you've seen in the clip. Bud was you know, older than Terry, Jackie, and Larry, but you know, I've been with the family for what, 45 years if I calculate correctly, roughly. Yeah. So I've always been basically part of the family and known the family forever. And I think Terry said that there wasn't a mean bone in Bud's body. The man never spoke bad about anyone. He was always there, cheerful, but loved his Philadelphia sports teams. And like, we were out at the when they were burying his remains, and there were things for people to say, and I said, "Go Birds." I mean, because I think Bud would have appreciated that, because you know, because of his love for the Philadelphia sports. But and I think Terry elaborated on that. He played, you know, on our softball team. Because back in the early 80s or mid 80s, Larry and I started a softball team, and Bud wanted to play. Well, Bud, we didn't know at the time, was a decent pitcher. So Bud pitched for our team for the first couple years, and Chick, Terry's other brother and Larry's other brother, you know, he played a little bit. Yeah. But then again, as was stated, he had, playing for one of his company teams, slid into home and dislocated his knees and couldn't play again. So, but again, sweetheart of a guy, never harmed a person, but you know, he had a lot of ailments and things over his years, and I hope to say, or you know, it's the right thing to say, but you know, I think he's in a better spot. So it's best, you know, best way to describe it. So, and the other thing is within this 2 week period,
it was actually the same day.
Same day, yeah. That Jenny, which is Jesse and Ashley's dog, stage 3 kidney failure. And it's just shocking. It's shocking. Sweet, tiny little dog, has more energy than any dog I've ever seen, and is the love of Jesse and Ashley's life. You know, it's like their little child. Yeah. Don't forget Mason, though. But you know, yeah. But yeah, Jenny is, you know, the love of their lives, and they're distraught right now, and it's just another thing that you feel helpless and you have no control, and what's going to happen is going to happen, and you just pray and hope for the best. Yeah, you get up from tragic things that happen to the family, and you start feeling better about things, and then it hits you again like a kick in the balls. You know, it's just one of those things that happens to families, but right now it just seems to be steamrolling our family, you know, which is sad, and you know, all the love in the world to Ashley and Jess going through this, and hopefully Jenny recovers, and you know, we're praying and hoping. I mean, that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Again, we have no control over anything. And we know that they're going to take care of her the best they can, and so they're going to be the best nursemaids that you know they can, and we'll just be there if they need us. Right, and that's you know, that's what we can do as parents and you know, family. So, and I guess you want to address the other. What happened here? Well, I don't even think Larry knows this happened, but I was over to Larry's house digging stumps this past week, and it had rained prior, so there was a lot of mud everywhere. And to climb on and off of my backhoe while digging the stumps, everything's coated with wet, stinky, nasty mud. Well, I went to get off, and I slipped off the steps and got my arm caught in the control thing and twisted me all around. So right now, I don't know if it's a pulled muscle, a tear, I don't know, but I can't lift. This arm is about as high as it goes right now. Okay. And if I put any like low stuff, I can tolerate, but it gets up here, it'll bring tear to your eyes. So we're going to wait until next week
And if there's not any improvement, well, you have a checkup next week anyway.
I have a checkup next week.
So we will find out if you need to see an orthopedist.
Yes. We'll see. But by then it may be better. I don't know. But again, I'm not the best patient because I keep doing things. I keep trying to stretch it and do things. I don't think that's the right thing to do, but.
So we really can't do anything to the ceiling until his arm is better.
Right.
Now, before he hurt his arm, he was able to put in the electric to the center of the ceiling.
Yeah. We have just a small track lighting in here because I don't want a lot of light in here. Because I have another apparatus that will be going there that has some light to it, but that's another story, and that will be. Yeah. That's another little toy that I've picked up over my career. But yeah, I was able to drill the holes, run the electric for that, the light, everything electrified in here is done. Plumbing is all done. All the major hard stuff is done. TV works, fireplace works. So it's just the basics, finishing the ceiling and things like that. I know it doesn't look like much in my little junk pile over here, but this is the track lighting. Again, we didn't want anything crazy. It'll cover all our directions that we want, and it's adjustable. So
it folds in and stuff, right?
Yeah, it folds in and out. You can adjust your lights. It's all LED. Here's the bulbs. Very small, very minute little things, but they're very energy efficient. But again, we didn't want anything that was going to be very bright and obnoxious.
And I was pretty busy prior to...
it was a pigsty in here, hon.
Prior to Bud's passing, I was pretty busy cleaning this place out.
Everything's coming back around. So look at it.
We just have a little bit more.
Other than my family postal desk here that is going to be part of this whole basement menagerie of things. And but yeah, it was good. We finally Terry got everything cleaned up, and she's started painting because she wants to bring her treadmill in here. So this wall you have done, which looks very nice. Yeah, these walls were all like this because this is the old section of the house. So I mopped them, but I really just basically spread the dirt around. And then I will paint them. Because this used to be our front porch right here. Our front porch of our existing house, which was a very small little L-shaped rancher. And then in 2002, we added on to build this section upstairs and all that.
Right.
But again, that was the moisture barrier that was on the outside of the block. So another thing that we finished is, and it may be kind of dark back in here, but we had a whole house humidifier put in. This is the April Air 800. And, it puts it, and what it does is provide steam up into your heating system. And, heating system. It only runs during heating time. But you can adjust from the upstairs thermostat to try to increase and or decrease the humidity in your house, because during the winter, everybody's heater sucks the moisture right out of the air, so it gets very dry.
Since also we had a drought here in New Jersey, we had bloody noses, we had, I hate to say, well, I don't know if this is, but I had dry earwax. So,
you tell people that?
No, but I'm just saying. And this is all thanks to Jesse. This actually was a Christmas present from Jesse and Ashley. It's called April Air. And
and thank you very much to both of you.
It is making a difference.
Yeah, because we're hovering right around 40% humidity in the house now. Before, we were barely breaking 20. And again, as Terry said,
you can feel the difference with everything, really.
I wouldn't say dry earwax, but I mean, we had dry noses and things like that. So, but yeah, these are different projects we got going on here.
Well, here.
What?
I want to show them.
What are we showing, young lady?
These are. I might have mentioned these before, but these are all old Nintendo Power magazines that JT had a subscription to, and I mean to tell you, I have 4 piles of them. I'm going to go through them and see what's here and everything. I'm thinking of putting them on the Etsy store just to see if anybody would be interested in them. I don't know if I'm going to list one or if I'm going to list all of them.
Right.
I'll see. But
Well,
it'll take me some time to go through
if somebody's interested in them, they can leave it in the comments, because if they want it as a bulk, all of them, because these are what, from the mid-90s?
They're from the, well, no, actually, this one's from 2005.
Oh, okay.
So I would say they're from the late 90s,
Right.
early 2000s.
So these, I'm sure they have some value.
Yeah. So I'm going to,
some collector.
I'm going to go through them. It might take me a little while, but yeah, if anybody was interested
Right.
to check out the Etsy shop,
Right.
it's the McJuggernuggets on Etsy.
But again, I think, if in the comments section, if there's something that's needed, or, if somebody's interested in them, it might be a good idea to do that way. So just to get rid of them, because we are trying to get rid of a lot of crap down here, which we have got rid of a lot.
We have. We've done.
Look at these collector's items from the ice cream shop.
Waffle's fine.
Can I get a waffle cone too, please?
Yeah, Swift wants ice cream too. I mean, really, Swift wants ice cream.
Yeah, that's why we're here, is because me. I wanted the ice cream.
Okay, do you want to see how to make it?
Yeah.
They're not collector's items.
I'll have to ask Jesse if.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm sure
if not,
Jesse.
we could use them in here, somewhere.
I'm not putting them in my room.
And then I'm gonna sand this down and paint this black, and that's kind of gonna be like a memorial to all my family members and your family members who we lost.
Yeah, because the way it's going, we're
Pictures
filling
or
up shelves
something.
quickly.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's a breakdown of what's going on here. We don't put out material regularly, but there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, we're doing the best we can, as Terry said in her clips.
Yeah. So as soon as your arm gets back,
And I'll get back to that.
We'll get some more
Right.
videos out.
Yeah, we'll try. And then hopefully this isn't, worse than or is worse than I think it is.
You're not getting it younger.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Tuna? Is that your father's crock? Tuna fish.
Tuna fish. She always looks guilty, doesn't she?
She does.
I know, but that's Daddy's crock. So, and we want to open a nice gift from Dave, Jack, and Anita too. It was sitting on the counter, and I think it may be for the young pups.
I think it's addressed to them, isn't it?
That's what made me think it was for the young pups, but I didn't want to say that. Hon.
Johnny, you has a present. Tuna fish. Give me that, Chew. Drop it. Drop it. Daddy has a present for you. Come on, be excited. Come on. Come on. Over here. Over here. Look. Oh, look what Daddy's got. What's he got?
Oh my gosh! It's pepperonis.
Pepperonis. You
Oh,
love pepperonis.
There's original triple meat lovers. And
Look.
real beef
Tu-
with
tuna-
sweet potatoes.
Tuna says, I'm into that. Huh?
That is a sweet gift. Dave, Jack, and Anita, we always appreciate everything you send
Yes,
to us.
thank
and
you so much.
yeah.
They love it.
They love it, and they will
Don't
love
you?
it.
Oh, you're going to get
Yeah,
Daddy's
John's
shoe
being
too?
played.
Huh? Oh, he does have your shoe.
Yeah. Yep. That's a shame, because that one shoe's been chewed up and beat up and painted on, and so I ought to just get a new pair.
Yeah,
and
but
give you guys
see
that.
how playful he still is?
Yeah.
That's a baby. All right, all right.
All righty. Hey, everybody have a great day, a good life. We're trying to, and I hope you can try to too.
Meat lovers, real beef, beef and sweet potato.
One of every one of them.
How about beef and sweet potato? What do you think? Huh? Am I going to be able to open this? Oh. No, I think I need some. Oh, there we go. There we go. You going to look at Daddy?
They don't care about me. They want
Okay.
to eat.
I'm not going to make you sit.
That's delicious. Look at, oh yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Dave, Jack, and Anita.
Yes, thank you very much. Breathe, John, breathe.
They smell pretty good. They smell like Slim Jims.
Oh, eat one.
No, it's got beef in it.
Oh, okay. Chicken.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Oh, look,
All
he's
right,
sitting
I'll
like
give
a
you another
gentleman.
one. All right, but this is you don't usually get two.
Yeah.
Okay.
15 years and 3 months. You can have 2, buddy.
Good puppies.
Good.
Yummy, yummy.